Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. I've decided to pick up a tractor, some tree saplings, and a planter and begin my career probably the easiest way, and that is just on field 2, just north of my house. Just plant trees. And I'm thinking maybe not even get into the whole forest portion of this and just go a little bit more modern and plant trees, harvest the trees, replant some more trees. So that may be either the future of forestry or just a more efficient way to do it. So you notice I'm not talking here on the video. Sometimes I record late at night when my family is asleep, and so that's what's happening here. Is I'm playing. I don't want to be loud by doing the voice also, so that's why I'm doing the voice after the fact, and gives me a chance to kind of kick back and just watch and comment on the process. But at this point, I'm thinking this is the answer. I'm just going to plant. I don't know how big that field is, 5 acres, and I should be able to plant a whole bunch of trees and just focus on that, let them grow. So, and in the meantime, maybe figure out a few other smaller things. But with $1 million in the bank, I don't think I could buy everything I needed to be fully into forestry. So I want to be smart about it and maybe get this little industry going. So we're going to go ahead and run the tractor over to my field and get these things in the ground. I don't even know how to use it. I did look up that I need at least these 3 things, and I'll guess I'll figure it out. So shouldn't be too different than anything else. Just looking at the planter, I'm not really even sure how it works. I've got these boxes of saplings, baby trees, and I don't know how the machine even would take them out of the box and put them in the ground, but I'm assuming it will work. So just cruising along here on the edge of the river over to my property. So at this point, I don't own that property. I own the one to my left here, and you can see my fence and all my trees. And here's I believe lot 2. So we'll line up and treat this just like anything else. Usually it's lower and then turn it on. That's it. So lower. Whoa, looks like I put a tree. So I don't know how it does that, but it put a tree. That's interesting. It planted a tree way off. I'll go look at it right here. So it put a tree in the ground. So I don't think it needs to be actually on the farm field. Maybe it'll plant anywhere, but it just makes more sense to put it on the field, I would assume. I don't know if I have to fertilize. Don't know any of that. This is all brand new. I'm coming off of Elm Creek, a different map, which was more traditional farming. So I don't know. We'll put them in the ground, see how it goes. We'll check the ground, see if it says I need fertilizer. Looks like it says I need lime, and I can't see it. It's right behind me, but it might be fertilizer. So we'll, first time around, we'll give it a shot. We'll let that go. So hire a crew and have him finish the job, and then take a look back at my beautiful house. I'm really loving it. I wanted to add a fence here, so we're going to go to construction, and then go over to landscaping and fences. It's a little clunky moving through this process. You have to really have muscle memory what you need to press. Otherwise, it's pretty easy just to bounce out of the whole screen. So I'm going to add a fence here just to line it up a little bit better with the edge of the forest there. Nice and straight. That looks fine. Gives you the price, how much it would cost to build it. I want to make sure it's straight, so I'm trying to look at it from different angles. It's a little bit weird, again, a little clunky in some ways. You can't always zoom in where you want, and trees might be in the way. So this looks like probably the best view. Kind of want to line it up with that other lamp, I don't know what it is, lantern on the ground. That looks great. And then we will go to lights and choose that ground lantern. Let's see if I can see what they call it. Path light. There we go. So path light. And just as you're coming in at night, I think that lines up a little bit nicer. So we'll have that path light. And I didn't put them or space them at any really even, places. But I still think it looks cool. So, well, back here, I got the radio on in the tractor. Back here, it's giving me a warning that I have too many trees in the ground. So, what's up with that? So it turns out you can't plant unlimited trees. You can only do like a small. I mean, that is a lot of trees. I don't know how many I've got in the ground. I could probably count, but I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, maybe it's 10 per row, and then there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I don't know how many that is. Maybe it's 1,000. Maybe it is a lot of trees. But I can't. I was hoping I could do my entire. So in off camera, I went ahead and purchased this piece of property right here. So I own that, because that just makes the most sense. I know that another player is not going to swoop in and buy it, I don't think, but I just wanted to make sure. Price was cheap, and now I own this entire section of land, which I think is really cool. So I thought, I'll just move over to this other piece of property, so no. So if you own it, you can't plant more than that number of trees. So I was hoping it would be per piece of land, and I would have a whole So I mean, that could be 1,000 trees that I planted. So I don't know. That changes things a little bit. I mean, not that 1,000 trees isn't enough or whatever it is. I'll have to look that up. That's when they're mature. I'm sure that'll be plenty for me to do, for sure. But I can't do unlimited trees, so I've got to look into other industries. So now that I own those two properties, which is really cool. So that's a good view right there of the properties, the two farms plus the house, and then just kind of the scrub brushy place where probably I'll put a barn later where I can park my machinery. I think that'll be fine. And what I am thinking about doing is building my own sawmill and furniture factory. So that's right across the street. So I think this might be a smart way to do it, and rotate it, plant it. However, now that I'm looking back at this, this is a mistake, so don't do this. Hindsight here. I do go ahead and pay the whatever for this, the $56,000. That's not terrible. It is a sawmill, and I just think it'd be cool to have it right across the street here. But what I don't realize is there's a sawmill right in the pretty much in the parking lot right next door. There's a sawmill, so I just wasted some money. I will go back and resell that. I'll lose a little bit of money on that. I don't know if it's half you lose, but I do end up selling it. Just even though the convenience is nice to have it all right here, and I thought maybe to have all my own industry right here, but that doesn't make any sense, because eventually I might branch out and do a bunch of other things. With forestry, it looks like there's a lot of things you can do. You can sell your wood to a bunch of different industries that make not only furniture but art products and other things. So I don't want to buy all of those industries. That would be a waste of money. I'm already down. This is the furniture factory. Already down to $850,000 from the million plus. So I went ahead and kept this on the video just to show you and to tell you, if you're playing the game, this is probably not the smart way to go. I didn't realize I should have looked on the map first and gone around I should have gone around the whole map and gotten familiar with what's on this map, what industries are available. And it does look like they're pretty much already there. I think there is an example of every industry. This is where I decided to put it, right over here, convenient, kind of close to the road, but also close to the sawmill. It would be great, but later I realize. So gives me something to do since the trees are just growing. That's all they're doing. They're just growing. It's kind of like any other crop. Trees are just growing. So get back in my John Deere, and I realize that what I want to do is now kind of get familiar close up. So I'm going to drive over here and just take a look at the sawmill, which is really cool. So this is where you would drop off your wood. Don't know how to use it yet. Don't know how it all works, but I'll figure it out. Same thing here. Looks like I would bring the lumber right there, not very far away. And they would probably I'll look into that, but turn the planks into furniture. So I'll look at that chain, whatever they call it, production chain later. Right here, I am thinking that it needs some kind of entrance. So something a little bit more grand, something that fits the theme of my house over there. So I'm going to go into construction and decoration and fences, and then purchase just a little bit as like an entrance. I think fences on both sides. I'm not going to go crazy and go fence the entire place. No way. Not at this point, and probably not ever. So going to find the same fence that I have over at the house, and at this point I didn't realize how tall they were compared to those little barbed wire fences, but I'm going to put just a little short section on both sides. So here and here. So it just looks like an entrance, a little nicer entrance, and might even do a couple of those path lights, because again, at night when you're driving in here, it'd be nice to see that. So we'll go ahead and choose 2 of these, and we'll put them, I think maybe, I don't want to hit them, so I'll put them really close to the posts on both sides. Maybe even put it in front. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Yeah, probably in front so you don't hit them as you come in. So I'll put one. Well, I changed my mind. I might hit them, so I'll end up probably running over them a lot, and I'll probably move them later. But that's where I'll put them, right there. So if you're inside the lights, you're good. You won't hit the fence. That's the whole point with that. That's my logic. And that's how it looks for now. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.